Right, it's 1 o'clock, my friends. I must leave. Everybody here. So long. Farewell. Myself and Peter Poor.
Hi,
we're going to start knocking back some bold reds.
How are you?
How are you doing? Welcome.
Great, great. We'll get right
to it,
will we?
Sit down? Yeah, let's get stuck in.
I'll tell you what, reds for Christmas dinner.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about rosés last week. Reds are another classic option.
Okay.
Huge variety on the plate between, could be from the gamut from goose, very oily, fatty meat, to turkey, which is dry, ham, salty. Could be chicken all the way to beef. So the huge variety of flavors. So we've gone for some wines that might have a bit more fruit and acidity to help you. Okay.
So this is our Pinot Noir.
Cono Sur Bicicleta Pinot Noir from Chile.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this is a young Pinot Noir.
You could have swirled it around your mouth.
It's poor breeding.
Yeah. Poor breeding.
No, I'll tell you why. That's the tough part of doing wine. But you aerate the wine by swirling it around the glass.
Yeah.
And most people think you're just absolutely ludicrous. But you do that, aerate it, get it in your mouth, and work it around your palate, and then you're going to get a lot more of the flavors in there.
Wow.
Just at dinner parties, it's not too cool, that's all.
You knew this, and of course you're French.
But
French are good with wine.
Yeah. But it is. This is Pinot Noir is obviously famous from Burgundy, one of the most famous wines regions. But they found in the New World there's some exceptional areas. Chile being one, Central Otago in New Zealand, Willamette Valley in Oregon, places like this, Napa. And it takes cool climate. It's a very delicate grape. It's probably the hardest grape to work with. Okay. Prone to a lot of diseases and problems. So Adolfo Hurtado is the former winemaker of the year from International Wine Spirit Challenge, has really led the charge on Pinot Noir in Chile with Cono Sur. And this is gorgeous. It's young, clean, fresh fruit. Feel the acidity at the sides of the palate.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a good one.
Okay, I love drinking on Fridays.
This is not a bad game.
This is not a bad game.
See, he's French, sophisticated, fit, and famous.
Yes.
But I'm with the drink, so you wind up with
me. No, exactly, and I'll stick with you. You've got the booze.
This is Ireland.
You ain't got no booze.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Ireland. Okay, Santa Cristina.
This is
cheers.
Toscano Rosso. This is a red wine from Tuscany, famous for Chianti, okay? And this is from a place up on the hill in maybe the most beautiful part of Europe, in the hills of Tuscany, near Perugia and Siena, up in the mountains.
That is now absolutely divine. File safe as Santa Cristina.
This family business, the Antinoris, have been making wine since 1385.
Wow,
so the world was flat when they started, yeah? So it's, I mean, and this is gorgeous. A little bit, 10% of Merlot, the rest is Sangiovese. So.
It's delicious. Antinori.
And again, there's enough acidity in there. There's good, quick, clean fruits, but there's enough acidity in there to help with that whole plethora of foods that we're going to be offering on Christmas.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Okay, now in northern Italy, from the Veneto, and this is Masi Penfolds.
Olive, feel free.
And this wine's kind of cool. It's
darker again.
Yeah, and this is made by a process called a passimento, and they take half of the grapes and they dry them on bamboo racks for 12 weeks, and they let the grapes lose about half their body weight because that's a lot of water. So what happens, it concentrates the sugars and the sweetness and the flavors in there. The first half of the wine they vinify and make wine. Then they vinify with this, and there's enough residual sugar to trigger a secondary fermentation. So it raises the level of flavor intensity and the alcohol.
That's nice, I like it.
Yeah,
I had a little sneaky sip there when you were
13 degrees.
That's good. And again, they're all not too expensive.
Listen, you can't, you can save money, you can get really cheap, but you lose on value. These are good value because they might be a few quid more than something you on offer, but they're great wines.
Yes.
So like
and high percentage.
You don't do yourself a favor by. Oh, they are. This is
John Christoph wanted to jump in there.
The which?
Yeah, John Christoph, you had something to say.
I have to say you've selected some fantastic wine there. They are so unique, and the value for money is just brilliant.
Yes.
The one point I've always said to my customers, even so I don't drink anymore, is specifically those fantastic red wine, you've got to respect the temperature. Because even if you lose 2 or 3 degrees, if it's actually a little bit colder than it has to be, it could actually turn the wine a little bit sharper.
Okay. Make it more kind of bitter.
And you don't appreciate the wine as well. And that's why you actually give it in a bit of a brave. It's perfect.
That's also the same with the brandy. When you're holding the wine glass like that in your hand, it raises the temperature.
In some countries, I think Italy is one, they have they serve their red wine cold, which I don't like.
Some wines, Pinot Noir.
No,
it's not
true.
Is it not true?
No.
No, did I totally make that up?
Yeah.
I was very jarred at my wedding.
Apparently all the French
there.
The Pinot Noir, these Pinot Noirs, that would actually benefit from a slight chill, not cold, but a slight chill, sort of maybe 14 degrees, something like this.
Yes.
And that's, at this time of year, again, we're talking about such a big amount of food on the table in Ireland. Yeah, so it's a little chill is maybe more refreshing.
Delicious.
Okay,
Well, we'll sip this and we'll pass over to Martin. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
Time for another very, very quick break, but do come back as we'll be chatting some more with our guest, Jean-Christophe. Plus, we couldn't let a Friday go by without cracking some eggs. Yes, the Friday Egg Challenge, and it's on after this break.